This program is about paranormal mysteries. Some of the themes may not be suitable for younger audiences. Parental discretion is advised. Whenever possible, actual news clips and eyewitness accounts are used. The opinions expressed and comments of viewers are for educational and entertainment purposes only. No offense is intended. Proceed at your own risk.
All right, mic check 1 2 3. I kind of felt like doing a rendition of what you say. So if you don't mind, I'm fixing to do that. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. But you wanted me to do. I might do that later. Ooh, what you say? That you only meant well. Okay, I did it. Anyways, how you doing out there, ladies and gentlemen of the internet? We call you guys Internet Earth, where I'm from. I call that Internet Earth. Okay. Anyways, I wanted tonight we're going to talk about Dave Chappelle being a clone. And I was actually going to do a reply earlier. I never got the internet. Got a little bad baby that's running the internet. Okay, I'm going to be honest. But anyways, I didn't get the internet, so I couldn't go live. But I was reading comments on one of my Dave Chappelle cloned or something videos on TikTok. And there was a couple valid points. There were some decent comments, and I wanted to shout the guys out who commented over there. There's a couple people who called me names, so I couldn't help it, guys. I was in a bad mood, and I kind of went back at them like an a-hole. And I want to apologize for that. I should have. I actually told my baby girl about it, and she said, "Daddy, you should have been the bigger man. Should have been the bigger man, man." And I apologize. I shouldn't have. Okay, anyways, moving on. Uh, Before we get started, there was a couple valid points, like a guy asked, a kid, I guess he was young, he said, "I've barely heard of Dave Chappelle. Why would they want to clone him?" So a couple things we're going to show you is a couple different things I consider, you know, the reasons why they would clone and replace someone like Dave Chappelle. And if you don't know, this is one of the guy said, he didn't think Chappelle, but you guys always know, follow the money, money talks, and it says Dave Chappelle holds the record for the top-selling DVD, TV to DVD set ever, with nearly 3 million copies sold since February of 2005. It's probably way over that by now. So I just want to let everybody know that that's over Seinfeld, over South Park, okay, and that's why people loved Dave Chappelle. Probably why a lot of people still do. But that's the kind of guy he was. He put in the work. He didn't go out and brag about himself. Okay, he could have. Lord knows he could have. I do. But he did. He would just put in the work. And that's, hey, what up, El Romero? How you doing, buddy? But he is one of the big hitters. Okay, so if anybody ever had that mistaken, that's what a comment on the TikTok was saying, El Romero. So if anybody ever had that, idea of, well, Dave Chappelle, but he's not even hardly famous. He did. No, the dude ran away from $50 million in 2000 and like what, 2005 or something. Okay, because of inflation, that's like $500 million. No, it's not quite that, but it's a lot. And so you got to respect that guy. But people were like, a couple people were like, you're just hating it. You're stupid. You hate whatever they said over there. And I want to let them know that I was not hating, and I'm not. I don't. Not that I know of. I'm not. Uh, I'm not the brightest, but I'm not saying I'm not the dimmest either. But just want you know that Dave Chappelle was one of my favorites of all times. He's something's obviously different. And besides that fact, here's the second slide I wanted to show you. Uh, Dave Chappelle reveals shockingly buff new look. And this is the first time anyone saw him where he looked like The Rock, or, you know, his big giant biceps. His neck was twice as big. And this was in 2014, okay? So let's go see. I didn't look that up. Let's go see how old is Dave Chappelle. How old is Dave Chappelle? Let's look at that. He's 48 years old. So 2014 was 6 years ago. He was 42 years old when he comes out looking like Hulk Hogan. I could be wrong. Okay, like I said, I'm not no hate, nothing like that. Love me. I used to love Dave Chappelle a lot. El Romero says, "What up, Pac, and everyone on live chat? What up, homie? How you doing, man? Thank you for being here. Wishing you a good night." I've made many videos about it. We're gonna look at it's called the Dave Chappelle Cloning Compilation. It's a video I put on the PacLives channel. I don't think it's up anymore, or it's even on the channel. So we'll watch that together. It's about 30 minutes long. It's a lot of videos that I put together as a compilation. So I hope you enjoy that, El Romero. Anybody else who may stumble upon this, like I said, I was reading Dave Chappelle people commenting on the Dave Chappelle cloning video on my TikTok, and there's a couple, like I said, people I wanted to reply to when I was thinking, not when I was just not in the best moods on there. But moving on. And here's a picture of his 2014 self, and this is him in 2006 or 2007, I believe. So, and then I don't know if you guys know, but now Dave Chappelle has he's got a big, what does it say? He's got something written on his arm. It's some kind of tattoo on his arm, El Romero. And I don't know if the old Dave Chappelle had that. I didn't know, I never paid attention to his arms. But before we move on to watching that cloning compilation, let's watch this video that I made pretty recently, and it's called "Proof of Human Cloning?" El Romero. So it's a minute or two long. You check this out, and I'll be right back with you, buddy. Thank you for coming through. Let's check that out. Oh no, it's going to 0. Okay, well if it's cutting in and out, I apologize so much, El Romero. I don't know what the deal is. Shouldn't be doing that. Let's check this video out. If it messes it up, it shouldn't mess it up. I don't know. Okay. Got this website for Clonaid. I'm going to read you a little bit from it. I really don't know what else proof you need that human cloning is real. Okay, their mission statement: Clonaid is the world's leading provider in human cloning. Besides human cloning, they talk about stem cell research that they do, that they can basically make you young for a really long time with stem cell research, if you read in here. But the thing that caught my attention, I couldn't believe I was reading it, is alright, I think this was written right after Michael Jackson passed. Okay, here it is on the news part. Let's read a little bit here. Okay, the first line says, commending Michael Jackson's pioneer vision of cloning. Alright, so they're basically telling you Michael Jackson knows all about cloning. Okay, let's read some more. After fielding numerous inquiries in the possible cloning of Michael Jackson, Dr. Bridget Bosselier reaffirmed the company's privacy policy. Basically, the rumors are out there that he's been cloned, and she won't say yes officially, but I mean the first line of it is commending Michael Jackson's vision of cloning. So I mean that's pretty much admitting it right there. Okay, let's go on. And on here you read down, it says their main clients are celebrities and people from Hollywood, California. It literally says that. And then as you read further, it just basically says artists are the main ones who use clones. Wow. Yeah, and as you keep looking at the website more and more, they're not hiding anything. It's pretty scary. Alrighty, anyways, thank you for checking that out. And before we move on, let's just go over this one more time for the sake of brevity so we can lead up to it. And Like I said, I read some comments on TikTok earlier. El Romero, anyone else who may check this out, thank you so much. On TikTok, I should have brought him in. I didn't have, the time to. I just didn't get around to do it. But one guy asked, he said, and if you didn't see on Jeopardy, there was some question, and it showed a picture of, the new Dave Chappelle, and it says, who is this man, or who is this comedian, or whatever it was, and nobody on the stage, okay, could answer who that was. They didn't know it was Dave Chappelle. All right, so who knows? He looks different. Maybe that's what I think. But there was a kid commenting, and he said, he didn't think Dave Chappelle was, known enough for anyone to want to clone him. Especially Netflix or whoever. So I want to let you guys know that Dave Chappelle, as far as I know, no one's ever beat this record. Dave Chappelle holds the record for Chappelle's Show Season 1 Uncensored. It's the top-selling TV to DVD set ever, with nearly 3 million copies sold since its release in February of 2005, I believe. I don't know. Anyways, moving on, and if you're wondering when, he started looking different, okay, in 2014 are the first pictures of this new Jack Dave Chappelle. And if you listen to the interview with his alleged first cousin, you will hear she said that in 2000, I think it was early 2014, something like that, that he met with Netflix executives, and then she said she never heard from him ever again. You'll hear it. I believe it's in this video, this Dave Chappelle cloning compilation. Anyways, there's that. So we're all caught up. We're fixing to go check that video out. I was going to read comments, El Romero. Buddy, thank you. I did. I read El Romero's comment. Thank you so much, man, for that. While we're just chilling here, I'm going to go see if anybody commented. I believe they did on the Al Bielek video. This is, what was that called? Al Bielek, the man who traveled through time. The man that traveled through time. So we'll read comments on that real quick before we move on, guys. Hopefully it's not coming in too bad. And that's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember Huey Haha, rest in peace to him. But he had a buddy named Hype Boy who was in a lot of his videos. And I thought Hype Boy would never make a video again. I just thought that account would be abandoned. And it says he just uploaded a video 9 hours ago. So that is cray. Anyways, I hope he's doing good. And yeah, I definitely wanted to report on it, but I didn't want to use the guy, the rest in peace, the guy's name to get views. I only shows, honor him and show support and love. Definitely, definitely not ever trying to exploit him. So any of our favorites, I'm just a fan, just like anyone else out there. So anyways, let's check this video out. Oh wow, thank you guys and gals so much. Al Bielek, the man that traveled through time, 120 views, 20 likes. Thank you guys and gals so much. And then we're about to, hey, 3 comments. What's better than 0 comments? So thank you so much for that one. Yeah. Alright, so let's bring those comments. Okay, so it says 3, but there's only 2, so that's weird, you guys. Hey, what up, the Fresh JC? Hey, how's it going, Gigi, Abby, Lynn? Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. So it said there was 3 comments, guys. There wasn't. There was only 2. So we'll read those real quick, like before we move on. And yeah, hey, what up, MD? How you doing, fam? Thank you for being here. And then El Romero says, where everyone at? I don't know, man. I shared this, so I couldn't tell you, man. Sometimes they don't give you notifications, so I'm signed into my phone, and it should, let me know that the PacLives 2 channel is live, but it's not. It's not letting me know, so. Anyways. You alright? Alright, anyways, there's that. Thank you guys and gals. How you doing, Maggie? Yeah, we're just chilling. I'm fixing to show a video, of Dave Chappelle cloning compilation. You may have seen some of the videos, so I apologize if you have. But I think the main one in there is Dave Chappelle's alleged first cousin is in there talking. So there's a lot of people I've heard, especially on the TikTok page. There's like 2 or 3 comments of people coming in saying, "Oh, this is bull." You know, they don't believe it or whatever, which is totally fine, man. That's the great thing about America. Is you can disagree. Hopefully, we can disagree. But the thing I get upset about, and I kind of perturbs me a little, to be honest with you guys, is they always say that, but they never have a link to any kind of, you know, like if you show me a mark that Dave Chappelle got when he was like 15 years old, and then this clone, you show me, and he's got the same, the same scar, then I'll put it to rest. I'll be like, okay, well, he's obviously, he showed proof. Nothing like that. No one's ever got any info like that. They're always just trying to call me names and tell me that, and I want to let everyone know, okay, set the record straight. I'm the biggest Dave Chappelle fan there is. All right? You don't think I've noticed he looks like he's Hulk Hogan now, and he's not funny anymore. Okay? And I'm not the one who went out and said he was cloned or replaced. His first cousin did an interview, like an over an hour long interview, talking about she never heard from him since he met with the Netflix people. She thinks he's been cloned and replaced. She talked about Martin Lawrence being cloned and replaced, Bernie Mac, and others. So if you haven't seen that, what up, El Romero, Maggie? Go check those out on either my TikTok or the PacLives 1 channel. I think they're even on the PacLives 2 channel. Anyways, let's keep going, guys. The Fresh JC says, interesting and informative video. Thanks, Pac, for the video. Oh, you're very welcome, man. Thank you for checking it out. Yeah, I'm trying to get, it's hard to start anything new, so this is a new channel. So thank you, man. Appreciate the support for coming over. The Fresh JC says, hope to see more good content like you have always been. Oh, thank you, buddy. I try, man. Gigi Abby Lynn says, I missed this live. I hope you do another of his second talk about the Phoenix Project today. That would be good. That would be good. Oh, that really would be good, Gigi. Thank you so much for the idea. Yeah, I'll probably take that idea. And the only thing is, I like to put a little bit of my own, let everyone know. So, anyways, great comments, guys and gals. I apologize. I got a little doggy and a baby running around in the background. Maggie says hi, and Maggie says good. Just here at work. Oh, you at work, Maggie? Yeah, I came on late. I was trying to go earlier and never got a chance. So I'm just here chilling now. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. And yeah, Pepper had some foam in his mouth. Goofball. Anyways, MD says how about you, Puck? I'm doing great. Yeah, hope you do. The night passes good for you. MD says I'll be right back. Like, okay, fam. Much love. And we're going to start that video here in a minute. Let's see. But thank you, Gigi. That is a good comment. Al Bielek talks about not just the time travel programs. Yeah, he talks about it's just crazy when he talked, in the video. I think who was in there? Brittany and Jay Hawkins and a bunch of others. Shout out to them. That, he was, Al Bielek was sitting there. And maybe I should have cut out the spaces in between, and because if you watch it 2 or 3 times, it can get repetitive. Not, no hate on Al Bielek, he's great, and his info's great. But he was, he wasn't there for entertainment. He was trying to give people information. So that's where I think people like me come in and make it entertaining or somewhat entertaining. Hey, what up, Jay? How you doing, buddy? Jay Hawkins says, up, Puck. Hope everything is going well for you. Oh, it's going good, man. Yeah, we're about to watch this Dave Chappelle cloning compilation. I just read some comments from the Al Bielek, the man who traveled through time. I just read some comments on that one. It said there was 3 comments, Jay, but hey, MD, where's El Romero? But we brought him in, and there was only 2. So shout out to the Fresh JC and Gigi. Maggie says I'm back. Guess who's back? Back again. Maggie's back. Anyways, I have newer videos about Dave Chappelle, the supposed Dave Chappelle clone, walking around doing interviews and whatnot, and they get thousands of views. So someone out there is interested in it, and it's just crazy because there's certain things that are fantastical, but the truth is time will tell. most of the time, almost always. And you don't need someone to call you names and tell you you're dumb and stupid for, believing. And I tell guys, I get so many comments on TikTok. Anyone who believes this is stupid or dumb or whatever it is, man, that's online bullying to me. But I just take it, I suck it up. And I tell them that, you know, human cloning or anything else that has to do with the secret projects, the technology, it's not Santa Claus, it's not the Easter Bunny. You don't believe in it. You know what I'm saying? Because, that's the whole thing with those imaginary things. It's only anything if you believe in it. This stuff is going on, is real, okay, whether you know about the technology or not, okay? So it's really pointless, to personally attack someone. Just so you guys know, I've been getting personally attacked. So it's whatever, man. If you got a good enough argument, and the thing is, it's usually, I'm not trying to talk bad about nobody, but it's people who aren't that bright who come and start hating on my videos on TikTok. It's because if you really feel that way, just ignore me. Why are you taking time out of your day to leave a hateful comment? Stupid. Is what I would say to someone who did that, but definitely not trying to be mean or bully anyone. Because I don't do that. We don't do that, huh, Maggie? No. No. How you doing, Jay? MD says she's back, and El Romero says Pepper just want to be on live. I try to get him on here, El Romero. He only wants to come over and come all over here when there's no cameras on. He's a star, but he's a reclusive star. He doesn't want all this fanfare, all these, he's one of those psycho stars who, like, you get him in the wrong day. He's like, allegedly, guys, allegedly. Okay. MD says, that's right, and so I just read some comments, guys. We did a disclaimer video. We're not trying to hurt no one. We ain't even coming at nobody tonight. All right, and I think it's pretty unfair that people get me for being an online harassment bullying guy, Jay, when they have to come and literally seek out and find my channel and my live streams. I don't live stream all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing with YouTube. They're like, well, you effed up. I'm not online every day, all day. No, you have to find me when I'm online and come hit the link. Okay, so that's why it's not fair. All right, because thou shalt not judgeth unless thou want to be judged. You know what I'm saying? Jay Hawkins says, tell them to do the research on how to prove you wrong. Flip it on them, bro. Yeah, that's a good comment, Jay, buddy. Yeah, and that's, and I try to come back as eloquently as I can. I usually just end up telling them, go to Clonaid.com for more info, It's just, the people are like, I don't believe in that. It doesn't matter if you believe, you know what I'm saying? Jay knows I'm talking about. MD knows. El Romero knows. But it's frustrating, bro. And I'm not trying to take it out on you guys. You guys are awesome. But anyways, let's check out this video. This is, let me make sure I showed you guys. Let me show MD, Jay Hawkins, El Romero. Make sure you guys are on the same page with me. When I was checking those comments on the TikTok about the Dave Chappelle clone video, one guy, there was a couple guys who made a couple valid points in the hundreds of comments. No, I think it was like 46 comments or something, but that's still a lot. One guy said he barely heard of Dave Chappelle. He doesn't think Dave Chappelle would be rich enough or famous enough for anyone, let alone Netflix, to want to clone him and replace him. Okay? So I just want to let everyone know that Dave Chappelle still holds this record. He has the highest selling, top selling TV to DVD ever. Okay? And that was, the 3 million copies sold was like when it's released in the first few months. Because look, it says the single day record of 500,000 units. So that's 500,000 in one day. So that's bigger than Seinfeld, bigger than South Park. That's the number one. Follow the money. So this kid, thank you for that comment on TikTok. I hope I didn't come at you like a jerk. But, okay, Dave Chappelle, that's why, like I said earlier, I hate to keep repeating myself, but that's why me and a lot of people loved Dave Chappelle. because he did the work. He did the specials. He's got as many hits specials as anyone out there. All right, he just doesn't get the fanfare. He never did. But he put his head down and he did the work. And that goes to tell you the work paid off. Because Chappelle's Show still holds the record for the #1 DVD ever sold. Okay? This new Dave Chappelle, you tell me what if that's really him. He was 42 years old when he got jacked and huge. Okay? He likes designer glasses, designer everything. Cares about money. He went and allegedly hooked up with that one skank bank. What's her name? What's her name? Iggy Azalea or something. Remember? And then she told off on him. No, I don't think it was Iggy Azalea. It was someone else. But allegedly, whoever that was. Iggy Banks or something. Who knows? She's not famous. Let's just... got her. Damn, and him. Got him. But anyways, #1 DVD of all time. Okay? Kid, good comment, but come on. Come on. Second thing. 2014, first pictures of Dave Chappelle ever. This is right after he met with the Netflix people. I also bring to you that every one of his specials on Netflix, you go find interviews, which I found, I should have kept and put on the channel. They might be in one of those videos. They all have thousands of views, it could be, but Dave Chappelle says every one of the specials he sold to Netflix, there was like 7 or 9 of them, were all old. What does that mean? What does that even mean? So what do you think I'm going with this? If they were old specials and they had the real Dave do them, well, they just get this clone in there to repeat everything he said and to copy it in front of a new audience. And boom, there you've got 7, 9 brand new Dave Chappelle specials. And he says they're all old, but none of them has the original skinny Dave Chappelle in it. So to tell you, he's admitted they're old material that they stole off of the original. In my opinion, allegedly. But that's when this happened. You be the judge. Like I said, I love Dave Chappelle. I love me some Dave Chappelle. He came to Oklahoma City when he wasn't, jacked up like this before 2014. And I didn't go see him. I couldn't see him. I'm a single dad. I didn't have a chance to go break away and spend $150 on a ticket to go. Well, I don't even think it was that. He was like $50 or something. But I wish if there was anybody I ever could have seen. I didn't know he was going to be cloned and replaced allegedly with some Hulk Hogan. They go, you guys, they're doing the needle. You guys liked the original Dave, right? And all the evil scumbags look, yeah, we liked him. And they go, what about if we put 1% of Hulk Hogan in him? And he comes out. And that's why he's got all these crazy theories. Listen here, brother. Dave, you're different. Shut up, brother. That's Hulk Hogan, guys. Spot on impression. You're welcome. It comes out naturally, guys. I'll be doing it, Jay Hawkins says all the kids on TikTok don't want to believe that their idols are clones. Well, we've had celebrities talk about it, Jay, where you get to a certain level. I think Dave Chappelle was one of them years ago. You get to a certain level, okay, 50, 100 million, whatever it is, $250 million. Weird things start happening, all right? And nobody knows, just like Dave Chappelle said. Nobody knows, all right? And the worst thing you can do is not call someone crazy. The worst thing you can do is try to destroy somebody's message or their outlet to giving people whatever knowledge may be available. You know what I'm saying? That's the worst thing you can do. And the second worst thing is call them crazy. MD says, LOL, skank bank. MD says, wow, he was so skinny. Now he is all built. Man, he's huge. He's like Larry Bird. And I understand that. Like my dad, he lost a bunch of weight like in his early or his late 30s, maybe his early 40s. I don't know. But he lost weight. My pops never come back home was like, what's up, guys? What it do? Just huge. Like, what? No, bro. And that's what people are like, he gained weight. Yeah, that's fair. But it looks like he put on about 40, 50 pounds of muscle. There's a difference between gaining weight and muscle. All right, trust me, I got 2 chins out here. I knows about gaining weights and muscles. Okay. And then MD says he definitely looks like a different person. Cray cray. Yeah, he does, don't he, MD? Yeah, unfortunately, El Romero, he came into my live stream on my PacLives channel. That's the dude who's reported me. Him and his cronies. They've reported me, yeah, hundreds of times. So, yes, unfortunately, I have heard of that. That scoundrel is what I'll call him. Yeah, he came into my live stream being racist and hateful, dude. Talking bad about the women's, too. Yeah, so, anyways. Hey, what up, Carmer Lee? How you doing, fam? Jay Hawkins says, El Romero, Don Marshmallow, Pac may go off about him. I should, huh, Jay? No, that's what he wants me to do. I mean, they've already literally, if my channel wasn't so close to being, that's who almost got my channel deleted, El Romero. Go look at my PacLives channel, dude. Yeah, have you never seen it? I've done extensive research to debunk that dude. After he came in here, he was being a racist and sexist and whatever else, or ism. We didn't have nothing to do with it. And sadly, I would get fans, or whatever you want to call them, subscribers, whoever. You know, well, everything the channel has is because of the subscribers, El Romero. So you got to realize I remember that. I know that. So I'm out here trying to be, who am I going to be the nicest to? The subscribers, the fans, whatever you want to call them. Okay? And it just, it's crazy. I don't want to get too deep into it. Jay Hawkins says, oh yeah, I just read it that. And then El Romero says, I didn't know that. That's crazy. Yeah, it was crazy, man. I mean, he was talking about him on my dead family, El Romero. This dude is a crumb bum, in my opinion. You know? Not trying to bully or... They will report me and have, El Romero. And it's sad. That's the last vestige of a completely powerless person is spam reporting. Okay? So, you know, there's people in here trying to compare or whatever. Don't compare me. I don't go around spam reporting nobody. I don't care what they say, how much I don't like it. I don't even care if they're talking about me. And it's just so funny though, bro, because he like made a fake channel and started trying to make bad, you know, talking crap about me, El Romero, like videos. And I never looked at it. I was just like, anybody ever who was that? Joanne showed me a video on the show. I didn't ever watch it. She like sent me the link to it. I didn't watch it. I don't care, you know, because it's not true, and I'm not going to let sweat it. You know what I'm saying? But other people did, and I want to thank everyone out there. That's why I love you guys so much, and you're the reason we can keep doing this. Everyone out there, probably watching right now. A lot of great people don't talk up too much, so I got to give them credit. What up, Carmer Lee? Jay Hawkins out there. Hey, MD. But you know, people defend me, and they will. Well, you know. A lot of people, diehard PacLives fans, don't, you know, be making up room. You can say whatever you want if it's true. I'll be self-deprecating. You know, I know I'm not perfect. I've got flaws and stuff. You know, and I'll be honest about it. Or try to be. But when you just start making up lies just because you're mad at me or you don't like me, you know. And so Joanne told me she reported this channel personally, and I don't know if I did or not. Hopefully I did. But like I said, I don't usually report anybody, so I don't think I did. But that channel that he made that was just all trying to hate on me, it got deleted because, you know. So I guess he just thinks, you know, whatever, man. I'm out here trying to inform people. I am definitely not trying to bully or hate on anyone. We don't have to, okay? We don't have to bully her. Jay Hawkins says, I was just saying, thank you, Jay Hawkins. I appreciate that disclaimer. Jay knows. Carmelie says has family members said he is definitely a clone. Oh yeah, I know Carmelie. I got there's video where I talk about. I didn't never get a chance to interview him, but there's quotes on the internet of his family members saying that he's a. Well, yeah, we'll just leave it. I'm not going to say anything else about it. Come on, bro. This is this guy in here. Oh my goodness. Sorry, guys. I gotta. This guy. I love you guys. Hey, one of the mods, get this creep out of here. He's gonna report me again because he's a big baby and he has no power. So that's his only recourse is to prove to everyone that he has no. All right, guys, check this video out. We'll be right back and let me know what you think. Okay, this is the Dave Chappelle cloning compilation, and yeah. So these are some things we were talking about. All right, much love, guys.
Name your price in the beginning. If it ever gets more expensive than the price you name, get out of there. Thus, Africa. Everybody laughs at me, but just get your Africa tickets ready, baby. We have no idea. Martin Lawrence is the guy that showed everybody you can make it from D.C. to Hollywood. I love that. You know, when we did Blue Street, we were promoting it, and Martin had a stroke. He almost died. And then after that, I saw him, and I was like, oh my God, Martin, are you okay? And he said, I got the best sleep I ever got in my life. That's how tough he is. So let me ask you this. What is happening in Hollywood that a guy that tough will be on the street waving a gun, screaming, they are trying to kill me? Yeah. What's going on? Why is Dave Chappelle going to Africa? Why does Mariah Carey make a $100 million deal and take clothes off on TRL? A weak person cannot get to sit here and talk to you. Ain't no weak people talking to you. So what is happening in Hollywood? Nobody knows. The worst thing to call somebody is crazy, is dismissive. I don't understand this person, so they're crazy. That's bullshit. These people are not crazy. They're strong people. Maybe the environment is a little sick.
I would like to talk about someone who was very dear to me, and some of you know who he is. Some of you have laughed at his comedy, and that person is my cousin David Chappelle. David Chappelle and I were first cousins. Okay, David and I, we were very, very close. There were times when David and I would talk. I had his cell phone number and he had mine, and we would talk for hours on end. There was nothing that David would not or could not tell me, and vice versa with me to him. We just felt comfortable around each other. David was my yin and I was his yang, or vice versa, as you want to put it, but we were very close. Okay, David was married to his wife Elaine, as some of you all may know. She was a Filipino. She is a Filipino, and his mother's name was, we called her Auntie Vaughn, and he has a brother. His brother is named after David's father, William. He's a junior, and then David has a sister whose name is Felicia, and she is a full practicing Muslim. Well, David was he was a Muslim as well, and him and his wife Elaine has two sons along with a daughter, and their names, I'm not going to give you out their names, but they have names of Muslims. That's the initial concept of what I'm going to, what I've said about the relationship that David and I have had together. So he loved his wife, he loved his mother, and most of all, David loved his family, and he loved the farm. And as some of you may know, he has a farm in Yellow Springs, Ohio, and he has a special name for that farm, which I'm not going to discuss about, but he calls that farm a certain name. Now, and on that farm is acres and acres of land. And I'm telling you, David was a responsible person. As some of you may know, David had the Chappelle comedy show. And David was doing good on that show. I mean, he was doing great. And David loved that show. David has always loved to make people laugh. And, laugh sometimes until your stomach hurts or tears come out your eyes. He was very, very funny. And David has always been a funny type person ever since the time he was a young boy. Even when he would come to family reunions, he would always, he would be in the spotlight making the family laugh, just laugh. And this is something that he always wanted to be, a comedian. When David, he was the executive producer of the Chappelle comedy show, and as I stated before, he was doing fine, he was doing great. But David knew he had to be responsible for his wife, his children, his mother, and the farm, and for the rest of the members of the Chappelle family. And so he had to take things very serious and take the responsibility very heavy. So he did the Chappelle comedy show, and one day he was called into the executive office, and so David went in, and when he went there, he saw all of these executives and others that were around this table, and they had David surrounded like a clock. And it made David a little nervous because he thought he was talking to a few executives, but not a whole slew of them and other people as well. So they asked David, they told him he was doing fine on the show. Great, the show was great, David, but except for one exceptional thing. And David asked, what? They wanted David to ease up off, making the black characters look as stupid as he was portraying them. They wanted him to ease up off the black race. They wanted him to make the black race more intellectual, more, you get what I'm saying. They wanted him to, to quit it. To quit, just hopping on the black race and making them look nonsense. Well, David said, to the executives and then some who were in the room, I don't understand what you're talking about. He said, because I portrayed the characters of the black race just like I portrayed the characters of the white race. And I can't do that. I can't do that. I have to keep both of them on the same level. Well, they didn't mind David downgrading on the white race, but they wanted him to quit downgrading, period, on the black race. And David said, no, well, I can't do that. And so then they said, okay, David, we're going to make a deal with you. And David said, a deal? They said, yes, a deal. They told David, we'll give you $50 million. $50 million if you could come and join our team and be a part of us and this and that. And they told him some other things, which I'm not going to discuss. But you can rest assured the things that they said to David, to tell him what he could do and what he couldn't do and this and that, and then the torture that they have and the pressure that they put pressure on this man. Okay, and David said, no, well, if I accept $50 million from you, what would my fans think? And they said to David this, well, your fans already think that you are a crack addict from the characters that you portray. David, they already think that, that you're a pothead, that you're a drug head. So, it doesn't matter what your fans think, it's what you are willing to accept. And then they went on to put the pressure on him once more. And David, he said, no. I can't accept it. I can't accept the $50 million. No, I can't do it. I have to treat the characters that I portray. It has to be on an equal level. You have to understand, David wasn't trying to make the black race look foolish. He was doing comedy, just like Richard Pryor, just like Bernie Mac, just like any other top comedian of long ago and today. Red Fox. Because see, David knew he was a black man. And David knew where his roots came from. He knew where his roots came from. The reason why they wanted David to quit being or quit having blacks to be foolish in the roles or the characters that he was playing was because at that time they knew they had gotten word of that eventually there was going to be a black man to be ushered in as our new president. And they wanted people all over to think that, that black people were not this way and black people were not that way because they were ushering in Obama. That's why they wanted, and David, he wasn't for that. He said, well, let me think about this thing for a while. He said, because I can't give you an answer right now. He said, because all that you have said to me, is something where I got to think about. He said, I just can't give you an answer right now. And so with that, when David left out of that office, David called me. When David called me and told me everything that they said to him in the executive office. David told me everything from A to Z. And what David told me, it caused me to get a headache. If I had been in that room, and it would have scared the hell out of me, because it, in fact, scared the hell out of Dave Chappelle. And David told me, upon talking to me, he said, cuz I got to go. And I said, you got to go? He said, yes, I got to get out of here. I said, well, David, out of here where? He said, I'm going to Africa. I said, well, David, you're going to Africa? He said, I got to get my head clear. There's things. He said, I just have to have my own peace of mind. And I said, what about Elaine, David? He said, well, I'll deal with Elaine. I'll call Elaine later. He said, but right now I got to go. And I found out later the only person that David had told of going to Africa was me, his brother William, and I think there was a possibility that it was Neil Brennan. I said, David, you go and do what you have to do. And I said, but let me know when you get back in town. Some of you asked, why did he go to Africa? Because David was a practicing Muslim. And David went to Africa because he knew his fate was over there, his faith. And he knew that practicing Muslims was over there and they would guide him or steer him in the right direction. His sister was and is today a practicing Muslim. But I know I received phone calls asking, have you seen David? Do you know where David is? And I knew where David was, but I could not tell anyone because I told David during our conversation that I would never tell anyone unless he told me to tell them. And I knew that after what David had told me about the meeting with the executives, that I felt really good that David got the hell away. When David got ready to come back, David called me and said, cuz, I'm back in town. Well, he let his wife know, and everything was fine there. When he called me, he told me, he said, I'm out of the entertainment world. I don't want to do comedy on television anymore. He said, I'm finished with all of that. I'm finished. I said, Dave, are you sure? He said, yeah, I'm done. I'm done with being on television, doing comedy. He said, what I want to go back to is doing comedy at the little local comedy places. And I said, well, David, are you sure that's what you are? He said, yeah, because he said, I have enough money to take care of my family and my farm and my mother and people in my family. He said, but I just don't want to do any comedy on television. He said, I'm done. Anyway, while talking to David, it gave me a sense of hope. That David was going to be all right because he was finished with the, this Chappelle show, the comedy show on television, and then he wasn't going to do any more appearance on any other show. And so it gave me a sense of relief for him. Okay, but they found out somehow that David was back in town and he was doing comedy at these little local comedy clubs and things like that. First, David went to the inside the actor's studio. He was asked to come and be on the show with the host there. And, David was fine. He went on the show and the questions was asked to him, why did he go to Africa and what went down? And I remember that David told exactly, the same thing that I'm telling you now, and that how, this whole thing was kind of shaking, and he didn't want no parts of him. Then he also went and he told about Martin Lawrence. Now, Martin Lawrence, they did the same thing to him too. But Martin Lawrence, and no one today, we have not seen Martin Lawrence. No one knows where Martin Lawrence is. Because you know why? Martin Lawrence is dead. I mean, body, soul, spirit, dead. If you ever see a Martin Lawrence come back on the scene, it's because that Martin Lawrence, before they killed him, they made a clone of Martin Lawrence, and they have that clone in waiting. Waiting for what? I don't know. And but no one has seen Martin Lawrence. No one knows anything about Martin Lawrence anymore. But if you ever, and I say to you all who all are listening, if you see Martin Lawrence, then you know that he's a clone. And because they were supposed to, Martin Lawrence and Will Smith was supposed to be, they supposed to have done a film that was supposed to have came out last summer. But the film never did come out. Why? Because there was no Martin Lawrence. So, I'm just going to, anyway, just wanted to share that with you. But Dave Chappelle went on stage with, and was in the audience. It was a group of young people there who were interested in becoming comedians or becoming actors or what have you. And Dave went there to, to tell them about the business, about the Illuminati, because David felt that what they had said to him in the executive office, he wanted people to know what was going on, just as Martin Lawrence wanted people to know, just as Britney Spears wanted people to know, just as some of the stars here today want people to know about the Illuminati. So that's what David did. David wanted people to know what they were doing to him and what they were all about. So this is what he said on this stage. And he warned them. Yeah, so eventually down the line, David was, doing his comedy in the local comedy clubs, but then he got a phone call again. And he said, called me and told me, he said, cuz they called me again. I said, who called you again? He said, the executives. And he said, they want to talk to me one more time. They're thinking about the possibility of me doing the Chappelle show and doing it the way that I want to do it. I want to be, he said, because the only reason why I told them when I talked to them the last time that the only way I would do the Chappelle show again would be if I did it my way. And it would be set up on my terms. And so I received a phone call and they want to talk to me about it. Well, my antennas went up. I said, David, now you be careful now, because they could be saying that. He said, no, I really think they're serious this time, cuz. He said, because made it definite with them that the only way that he said, I told it on Oprah Winfrey show too, that the only way that I would do the Chappelle show again, it would have to be on my terms, my way, and, and the money that I make, even if it wasn't $50 million, it would have to go to the people, and but it had to be on my terms. So I said, okay, David. I said, well, do you trust him? David said, David said, well, I think I can trust him this time. So I said, well, David, whatever the situation is, please give me a call. He said, you know that's right, cuz. And so David left. We hung up. I should say we hung up. I have not heard from David, not even today. I have not heard from David. I believe that David went there. And they discussed once again about the $50 million, and I believe Neil Brennan was somewhere in that office. And then they told, I'm believing that they told David that they wanted him to see something, just like they did Bernie Mac. Oh yes, indeed. I'm truly believing that they told David they had something they wanted him to see, and they took David to the underground cloning lab. And when they took David down there, I'm believing that before they took David down there, they promised David that they would go along with his deal, with David's deal, to get him to sign the contract. And I'm believing that David, thinking that he would get back on the Chappelle show, working with Comedy Central, that everything was going to be all right. And I'm believing that David signed that contract thinking that. And when he signed that contract, they wanted David to go and look at something else. It could have been maybe telling him that maybe it was a new studio or something of some kind or what have you. But they got David after signing the contract, and then once he signed the contract, they took him someplace else, and the place that they took him to was to the underground lab. And when they got him down there, they cloned David. And when they clone a person, and I want you to do your research, cloning today only takes a couple, maybe to several hours to be cloned. Well, this is what I strongly believe they did to David. They took him to this underground lab. And what they did is they smiling in his face and just going along with David so that David would not yield up or fight or this sort of thing. And they cloned him. And once they cloned David Chappelle, then they killed David Chappelle. Okay, and once they killed David Chappelle, that was it. And once they did this, then they had full control of this new Dave Chappelle. They had to clone him. And then once they cloned him, this is what I'm thinking too, that when they cloned him, then they got the clone to sign David's name for not only $50 million, but the $60 million as well. Well, let me say this. I had not heard from David when he was supposed to have met with the executives the second time, and Dave promised me and assured me he would call me to let me know the outcome. I have not heard from David since. When I turned my television on, and I saw this man there on some kind of show, and he had one pants leg rolled all the way down, and the other one rolled all the way up, and they said this was Dave Chappelle. I said, Dave, who? And I went to the television, and I looked, and I said, hell no, that ain't no Dave Chappelle, or no Dave Chappelle, no, hell no. And so I got on the cell phone, and I called my cousin David. And I called, the phone rang, and it rang, and it rang. I think it was maybe on the fourth or fifth ring that someone picked up the telephone and said, hello. I said, yeah, let me speak to David. And the person on the other end said, who are you? I said, I'm David Chappelle's cousin. And the phone clicked. It clicked. It went dead. So I called the number right back up again, and the phone rang, and it rang, and it rang. I never got in contact with David. Now, I called David's brother, William. Didn't get an answer from him either. I don't know what had happened, but I didn't get an answer from him. But when I saw this man on television with one pants leg all the way down and the other pants leg rolled up, I knew damn well that was not my cousin, not my Uncle William's son. Hell no. And when this new Dave had his pants leg rolled up, that was a symbol of the Masons. Now, David Chappelle was a practicing Muslim. My cousin Felicia, she's a practicing Muslim all the way. You see, David has children that has Muslim names. Now, why would all of a sudden this David turn from Muslim to Mason? It didn't add up. Okay, and then when they began to show this new Dave pictures of him, and I knew doggone well that wasn't David Chappelle. Now look at the comparison. Now the old David, his eyes, David had semi-big eyes, but his eyes were more slanted than bulged out eyes. And David and I, we always talked about his weight. And I was, Dave, you need to get, they said, no, because I don't want to be big. I want to stay small. I said, well, why? Because I can run fast. I can do things fast. David never believed in being a big, husky type person. This new person here today, they have him as a big, husky type person, like a bodybuilder. His eyes are budging out of his head. His neck is as big as one of the wrestlers' necks on the WrestleMania. You see, that's not, I'm telling you, you all can believe what you want to believe, but I know what I know. The Chappelle family knows this. This is not our family member. This is not my cousin, but this new day that they have out, it looks nothing like the old David Chappelle. The old David, he would have like a mustache. The new Dave, they have a mustache, but like mustache, but it looks like it's painted on his face. It's not the mustache that the old David Chappelle, had. Now, when they did David, made him a clone. Now, this is the thing now. They knew that his wife and his children and his mother would know the difference. If once they cloned David Chappelle and sent this new Dave back home, they would know the difference. This is not my husband. This is not my father, and this is not my son. So what they had to do, then they made threats to David earlier about taking out his wife, his children, and his mother. They told David at one time, this was all after they asked David to quit smashing on the black race as far as the character that he was playing on the Chappelle show. And they told David, too, that if he didn't stop, they would take out his mother, they would take out his wife, they would take out his children. And so now they knew that once they cloned this Dave, that once he goes back to Ohio, the family would know that this is not the man. So they had to do something. And so what they did, before they sent David back home to his family, they cloned his wife, Elaine, they cloned his children, and they cloned his mama, my aunt. And they cloned all of them. And so now they were able to send David back home to them. And they don't know the difference. And you know why they don't know the difference? Because they all have been cloned. They all have been cloned. And if you go to them and ask them of the things, that I said about David, they'll look at you and say, no, something is wrong with her. She's, and they'll say this. Well, naturally, they'll say this. That's why they cloned David's wife, mother, and children, because they knew that David loved his family. And it wouldn't look right for David and all of his family to just all of a sudden, but especially his family to die or something of that nature. So they had to clone them as well. And they're living happily ever after as clones on the farm in Ohio, in Yellow Springs, Ohio. If you listeners out there compare the original David to this new David, the original David Chappelle made people, this man, the original was funny. He was fun. He would tell jokes to me, and I would just laugh like that. But now this new clone, he's not as funny as the old David is. There are things that the old David did, this new David doesn't even do. He doesn't. And if you listen, but you have to listen closely to this clone's voice. I'm telling you, listen very closely. This new clone does not. Because I've picked it up and several other Chappelle family members have picked it up. This new clone does not have the original tone voice that David Chappelle had.
If we told them what being black in America is, would they believe us? Oh, this is not for television. This is just for us in the room. I'll ask you again more succinctly. If we told them what it was, would they believe us? No, fuck no, they wouldn't. If we told them what it was, would they believe us?
We told them what it was. Would they believe us? Would they believe us?
If we told them what it was, would they believe us?
We told them what it was. Would they believe us? Would they believe us?
Everybody at home is obviously asking for another Bad Boys. I mean, I'm sure you ask it every day.
Question, man.
Every day, but I mean, it's like, what's one thing about that? Do you feel like it resonated with people so much? And is it a chance anywhere down the line? Because Will said he wants to do it. He said he's ready.
I'm ready when Will's ready, but, you know, it's just talk right now. Nobody's doing nothing.
Sure. Maybe Netflix can jump in and make it happen.
I don't know.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Sir. All right. He said he's ready.
I'm ready when Will's ready, but, you know, it's just talk right now. Nobody's doing nothing.
Sure. Maybe Netflix can jump in and make it happen.
I don't know.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Sir.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
Want to know what happened to me? People come up to me on the street and be like, yo, nigga, every once in a while, most people thought I was crazy, but sometimes people come, yo, nigga, you did the right thing, man, you my hero. Nigga, I don't want to be your hero, I want to be rich. Want to know what happened to me? for me that encapsulates my entire experience. And the book is called Pimp. It's written by a guy named Iceberg Slim. That's a cold game. That's the motherfucking Capitalist Manifesto. And that's why I went to South Africa. So now we got us a little secret, bitch. So now we got us a little secret, bitch.
Alrighty, mic check, 1, 2, 3. Thank you guys and gals so much for checking that one out. I appreciate you. How you doing out there? Let me turn the chat back on. Read some comments. Had some good comments during the video. Thank you guys so much for checking it out. What up, Nat? What up, Karma Lee, Jay Hawkins, MD, El Romero. Anyways, Nat says, Puck, you're welcome. I never forgotten you or the crew. Glad all is well. Yeah, fam, how you doing? Thank you so much for that. Hope you're doing great. Thank you for watching the video with us. Nat says, I'm in Virginia, guys, and it isn't the snow, it is the ice. Shake my head, and the wind chill right now has to be high sheesh. Oh, that's the thing, yeah, around here. It was kind of chilly, you know, and I can do with a little bit of chilliness, Nat, but the wind just makes it on a whole other level. So that's some Michigan weather. You know, I'm not used to that in Oklahoma. But what do you guys think? You think Dave Chappelle was cloned and replaced? As you can see in the video, that's when a couple of those videos were made before 2018, I think it was, before Donald Marshall came in here and started being racist and sexist and hateful to everyone. So I was calling what we thought there was a real alien like snake that crawled into your head, but we've he's the only one talking about that. So if that is true, like we've said over and over, we'd like to see some proof, but there's not enough proof to yeah, so we're just not going to talk about it because it's not real as far as we can see. So that's if you wondering. Carmelise has watched the 1975 movie The Stepford Wives. Oh yeah, that's a great one. They remade that, Karma. The Stepford Wives, scientists to replace all the wives with computerized android duplicates. Oh yeah, it's crazy. And I don't know if you guys seen Daylight talking. He's a rapper, but I'm a rapper too, if you don't know. But Daylight's said that you know, basically what I've been saying for a while is that, you know, a lot of people thought a synthetic clone, or you know, whatever you want to call it, would you know, kind of be like the Terminator, robotic type, you know, metal creatures, and they're not. They're basically regular, made up of the same stuff regular people are made up of, the same matter, basically, except they have like computer chips in their head. You know, you guys have been watching the Tesla stuff. You know, it's crazy. You guys let me know what you think, though. Nat says, okay, I will check it out. Thank you, Nat. Nat says, hey. Carmelise says, I'm glad they didn't get you at Alexander L. Moon. Fame isn't worth all that. Oh, yeah, Karma. But it was nice when the YouTube channel was monetized and we could get some of those new Adobe programs. That's what I studied for when I went to secondary school, Karma, if you didn't know. So that's really what, if you know, and then, of course, we're trying to get to 1,000 subs on this channel. So thank you guys, everybody out there. Hopefully we'll get to that pretty soon. But we're going to do a giveaway as soon as we do, Nat and Karma, Jay Hawkins, El Romero, MD. Who else is in here? Thank you so much. So I appreciate all the help. But that's, yeah, that's all I would say. Is that little, that would help out a lot. They have new tax things where you fill them out if you're uh, have an online business or anything like that. So that would really feel good if I could do that. Anyways, thank you guys and gals so much. I appreciate you being here. I'm going to definitely try to stay on for a few more minutes. Like I said, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the whole Dave Chappelle thing. Uh, you know, the the thing about it is you guys saw Dave Chappelle went to that high school and was giving them kids a bunch of H, I guess. I don't know. It didn't work out good for old Dave Chappelle. But another thing I thought made him look, or his duplicate or whatever that is, if that really is him, made him look bad was, did you guys hear about Bob Saget passing recently? Rest in peace to him. But Chappelle came out and said that Bob Saget had texted him, and Chappelle didn't text him back. And I don't know where you guys stand or what conclusions you may draw. But to be honest, as a diehard, lifelong, I'm talking, I was like, 4 or 5 years old. I could barely talk and walk. No, I think I started walking when I was 3. When I was 3. But, and talking to maybe. But as far back as I can remember, I knew of Dave Chappelle. He was like 15, 16-year-old. So I don't even thinking, like on TikTok, there's a couple, you're a hater, you're hate. I'm not coming from any kind of hate. Okay, I love Dave Chappelle. I just want to know what's going on. Like I said, if someone gets back to him, he's got to know, because a couple of these videos about him went viral. So he's got to, have some kind of inclination that people may think whatever about him. If there's like a scar, on the back of his arm, he can show us. If there's something on his neck from when he was 10 years old where then I will drop it. You'll never see me make another Dave Chappelle cloned ? Video ever again. But he's ignoring it. Like I said, he has to know of some, because a couple of the videos went viral. Anyways, you draw your own conclusions, guys. And thank you, Carmelie. I love you, fam. Nat says, yes, he was, in my opinion. Oh, yeah, I mean, Anyways, Carmelie says they got his wife and kids too. They all cloned allegedly. I know Carmen said allegedly, Allegedly what had happened was. Alright guys, let's go check some comments. You guys know we can never go wrong doing that. So I'm going to go do that real quick. I want to let everyone know that if you take the time out to... oh, thank you so much, everyone, checking out that Glitch in the Matrix video, that airplane frozen in the sky. That's on PacLives 1 channel. But I want to let everyone know I'm not trying to ignore anybody. I have 2 channels I'm trying to make content for, and then plus I make music and stuff. So I don't have a lot of time to fraternize and stuff. But, ask Miles and the great people here in the chat, Miles Moonbases and others. When I can, I do. And so, anywho, Celebrity Clones, part 11 through 14. Alrighty, no comments. Wow, that's kind of crazy. But thank you for the 14 likes. It's got 116 views on that bad boy. Let's go to one of the big ones. I think I have one with 10,000 views or 4,000 views or something. And if you wonder, we talked about Al Bielek, the man that traveled through time. We talked about him and read comments for that video earlier. So if anybody wants to talk about that, let me know. I'll definitely love to take questions about that. And let's see. Oh, cool. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, we already read the ones about Pete Davidson. Wow, that video is crazy. It's only got... Okay, that is crazy. That's why it's weird. There's videos that have a lot of views, and then there's videos that have hardly any views. Right next to each other. Okay, this one's actually perfect. Dave Chappelle clone, says his cousin. That's the full video on the PacLives 2 channel. If you scroll down a little bit on the page, the videos page, you'll find this video. So, anyways, thank you to everyone who checked this out. And this is from his alleged first cousin. Like I was trying to preface, I love Dave Chappelle. I loved Dave Chappelle. But what that first cousin said, you know, I'm not gonna lie, to me it rang true and it made a lot of sense. And you know, it's just sounds super mellifluous, you know, because that if you know you go in to meet with Netflix and then you get cloned, that's like, oh, I don't even understand. Oh yeah, one person put this is old. Yeah, you know, but when they try to, when people are reporting you left and right and get your channel taken down and you have to repost them. I told everyone, D Hell, thank you, buddy, for the view and a comment. But that's what I told everyone. You know, I wasn't, because I know your time is precious and I'm definitely not trying to waste it. So, oh yeah, Super Sega Ultra. Anyways, yeah, that's for anyone who may have not seen it. So anyone who did see it, that DL guy, you know, I totally understand. Okay, and this is on the Dave Chappelle, the whole video. It's like almost an hour long, I believe, guys, and it's on the this channel. So, alrighty, there we go. So, 641 views. Thank you guys so much. 41 likes. Let's delve into them comments. Yeah, guys, and my mouse is horrible. If you're wondering, I'm gonna get into it. It's something you never think about. Like when you get paid or you get money, who's like, yeah, I need get that mouse. I just forget about it. You know, it's like, well, it works technically. It technically works. So yeah, guys, the cousin talking, that's from like 5 years ago, I think, 4 or 5 years ago at this point. But when it was first posted on my PacLives channel, it was like not even a year old, I think, maybe a year old. So, anyways, it's pretty compelling. You tell me another celebrity whose alleged family member comes on and talks about how they were cloned and replaced, and then we'll never talk about Dave Chappelle again. Doesn't happen too often, so that's why we talk about it so much. Kind of a big deal, guys. You know, everyone, you guys know that. But and then Nat says, did he really time travel? Oh, I believe almost every word he says, Nat. So you be the judge. You let me know what you think about Al Bielek. Nat says, wow, that says a lot. It's because the clone doesn't know who Bob is. The wind is so loud, guys, it almost sounds like booms I have heard on other truther channels. Very, very weird. Well, people are always hearing crazy stuff in the sky. Nat, have you heard about the trumpets people hear? And that makes me think of, you guys ever seen, speaking of B.O.B., you ever see that album he made? What was it called? Elements? And in the one there, it's like a 5 CD bundle. In one of them, the CDs is called Earth, and the Earth is a domed Earth. And I'm just saying, if you had a dome that opened and closed, in my head, maybe I'm wrong, it would sound like trumpets, you know? And that's the dome opening. That, you know, so who knows what's what. Karma says 360 deals. They own your likeness, your talent, your name, your soul. Pretty much, Karma. And yeah, it's crazy because it's just like with the old school deals that they used to rip the guys off of because they didn't know business. You know, the rappers or entertainers or musicians, whoever it was. And it would, you know, they'd say, okay, we're going to give you $5 million, you know, up front for this, whatever. Sometimes an album. And you got rappers who they make a video and they spend like, you know, $3 million on that one video. And then they have to pay for it themselves. And then it's just, it goes really, and then, you know, buying $1 million worth of cars. And then, you know, then you have to pay, what is it, like $500,000 just in tax or something like that. Or maybe more. I don't know, man. I'm just saying. And then who says, "Do you know what happened in Tonga Islands?" I don't. I don't recall of hearing anything. What happened? Unless you mean, uh, oh, you mean that wasn't it a tsunami and a volcano erupting underwater? Is that what you're talking about? Carmelie says it's possible, and MD says hi. What up, MD? Yeah, we're reading comments from the great people out there. Nat says, nah, I live in Valley, 3 hours away from water, so I don't think it's that. But do I feel that the powers that be plays the weather, food, and everything? Yes. Oh, yeah, it's sad, man. My lady, didn't mean to say man, Nat. Nat says, where's the link at so I can check out the Time Traveler? I think I've seen him before, or maybe that's the other guy I have seen from your channel. Nat, I think it's the last upload, so either after this live stream or now, just go click down on my channel name, and it'll be either the first or second video or third video that pops up, and it's called Al Bielek, the man that traveled through time. Nat says he's talking about the booms that I said, LOL. Alright, guys, so check this out. Junior Stuckey says, wow, Dave never dressed like that, walk like that. His mannerisms, especially, are different. Voice is different. Oh, yeah, thank you, Junior Stuckey, buddy. Appreciate you opening your mind, taking a look at the video. And, yeah, you're right. That's his alleged family saying that, man. So, the Square Off TV says, if this is true, which my heart says it is, this is a scary thing. I think they do this to everyone in Hollywood. Well, I definitely don't want to disagree or start an argument with anybody who's trying to look for the truth to Square Off TV, buddy. So, and that sounds like what you're after, buddy. But so I wouldn't necessarily disagree with you, but I would just let you know that they think we're stupid. And one thing about, and I definitely ain't talking about you or no one in particular, but I'm just saying the powers that be, they think they call just the commoners, the unwashed masses, they think we're stupid. And one thing that someone who's not learned, or what do you call it, they would think they would paint. They tend to paint things with the brush that generalizes the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? And then people who are super smart, I think, the ones I know, they know that there's subtlety and you got to distinguish things. You can't just label everything one thing. So on that, to square off, I would just tell you that, Dave Chappelle himself talked about it. You get to a certain level and they can, you got to have, I don't know, man. Dave Chappelle has the #1 selling DVD of all time. So there was a kid on my TikTok, bro, who was like, I've barely heard of Dave Chappelle. He's not even that rich or famous. Why would they want to do? And then I showed him the proof, which was that, not showed him the proof, but I showed the proof to you guys that he's the #1 selling, he's got the #1 selling DVD of all time. Okay? And he still gets those paychecks. That's really still him. Do you understand? You're telling me you don't think Comedy Central or whoever, could be someone in the background that we don't even know of, that can't wait to get up. That made $3 million in its first sold 500,000 copies in its first day. The Dave Chappelle season 1. You're telling me you think they're just gonna let him be? No, he went to Africa when he didn't like what they did. There was a target on his back. Okay, so we need everyone out here acting like there wasn't. You don't know Dave Chappelle. You weren't following the story close enough, apparently. All right. Go talk to his alleged first cousin, or go listen to that interview. Okay, everything she says lines up. She goes, he went in that one meeting and found out about, she didn't really get into it in particulars, but she mentioned he went to a meeting and found out certain, certain technologies or whatever they had. And then he ran to Africa. He was so scared. Literally, that's what the first cousin says. So that's her words. You believe it or not, I don't, but I'm just telling you, I always was a huge Dave Chappelle fan. I've noticed he's changed. He's not funny anymore. Okay? Anyways, El Romero says, but I hope not. Oh, man, I know, man. I hope this is all just conjecture. Hey, what up, Fitty Tucker? Nats Bless says, me too. I live around the Blue Ridge Mountains, so no water. So, yep. Nat says facts. Yep, that says a lot. Nobody else has beating his DVD sales, and the Chappelle Show hasn't been out in over a decade plus, right? That speaks volumes. Oh, yeah, Nat, that's what I was trying to impress upon the great viewers, everyone out there, is that, to be the number one guy. Oh, and that's just the way, like the dude who was on TikTok who said, he's not that rich or famous or whatever. That's why we love Dave Chappelle so much, because he didn't have to have, all that publicity. If you go ask anyone who knows comedy, they would put him in their top 5, and that's what he did. He put his head down and did the work. All right. Oh man, it's crazy. I love you guys. Let's keep going. Let's hope it is though. It's all just conjecture and rumors and not real. El Romero, but he was 42 years old when he got super buff. El Romero says here in California. Here in California, we will hear a boom and then an earthquake will come. Dang, El Romero. You know what I'm saying? You need to write your governor, dog. On that nerd tip. I know it sounds nerdy, but it needs to be done, El Romero. Dear Governor, you know what I'm saying? Dear Governor, don't be coming at me with all these booms, all these earthquakes, stupid, and then you put love, El Romero. Seal that up, send it to him. Okay, sorry. And then who says something are selling Nike, food, clothes, etc. in the new virtual world. Even Walmart is about to sell stuff there. The Matrix is real. MD smiling. Love you, MD. And then 50 says he isn't funny anymore. Half-baked and all the old comedy skits. Come on, bro. He's not what you talking about. He gave it to all races. He wasn't racist, bro. Why would you say that? Do you hate Dave Chappelle? See, that's what you get. I'm not coming from a place of hate, man. I want everyone to know that. I loved me some Dave Chappelle. And it's very odd that he completely looks different. He turned 42, or in his 42 year on Earth, he goes to meet with Netflix. His cousin happened to say she thinks that's when he got replaced. And then he comes out looking completely different. You know what I'm saying? It hurts my heart. Who knows what's going on? Nobody knows. Dave Chappelle said it. But anyways, Fiddy, I'm not from a place of hate, so hopefully you're not either. Nat says, was cool comedian that liked weed and his cigarettes to see this new day all buff in shape. I'm so confused. That's not the Dave I knew. I mean, yeah, it's very odd, if nothing else. Nat says, all buff and in shape. I'm speaking the message. I promise you guys I am literate. Okay, Fitty buddy, yeah, man. Yeah, because that dude was one of my idols, man. He was so great. And, he noticed he wears, nothing but designer clothes. He's out here with these thoughts. Oh, man, dude. That's not the Dave Chappelle I loved, And he's comes from a great family from what I understand and heard. So, it's crazy. Anyways. Much love to Square Off Junior Stucky. RJ Dunlap says, truth defines reason. Truth is stranger than fiction. Great comment, buddy. DL says, Alex, this is old, but so. Bring out the other info after the 50 mil and the fans. David, now, Alex. Hey, thank you, DL. That's kind of crazy. Are you, is that one of the aliases for... Anyways, yes, I've made many of, so if you guys saw on that that compilation that we just watched, I've made many of videos about it, and so I hope I never felt like I came from a place of hate, because if Dave Chappelle ever would, that's the beauty of the internet, he could see all of them, or he gets to never see none of the videos I made about him, but if he ever does, I want him to know, that I'm not like, oh, it's sad, dude, he was the greatest. Nat says, oh, I just read it that. Yeah, much love, Fitty. Karma says, what if a little old lady about 99 years old has control of Dave's clone? Telling jokes and living large. Dave's spirit might be in a jar on a shelf. Allegedly. Well, they do have programs where they talk about they allegedly trapped a soul in some kind of some kind of box of certain metal. What was it? The metal was like zinc, or was zinc a metal? or aluminum or something. And they've done studies where pretty morbid, weird stuff where they weighed a person while they were alive, and people were like, okay, this person we're pretty sure has a soul. And then they died the same day. I heard some of the studies they were forced, to be deceased. That's some weird stuff, but allegedly. But they weighed the person right after, same day. They're not alive anymore, and it was like half an ounce. And so the scientists determined that your soul weighs half an ounce. So it's crazy. Nat says, yep, not the Dave I know. Facts, Pac. I don't feel like that is Martin Lawrence either. Yeah, Nat. And there was some lady on my TikTok who came to I did a video about Martin Lawrence being cloned and replaced, Used a lot of the info that this second cousin of Dave Chappelle talked about, in it. And some girl, I think it was a girl, came on and was like, Martin Lawrence is my cousin. Please stop this. And if anybody knows me, okay, you don't, that's obviously the thing is I felt really bad. And I had about 2 or 3 other videos on Martin I was going to release because they did really good. They got thousands of views. People care. But out of respect, because of the cousin of Martin or whoever that girl was claiming to be the cousin of Martin, I never released any more Martin Lawrence. There's only that one Martin Lawrence video on my TikTok. If you go look, it says, was Martin Lawrence cloned? That is out of respect, because I revere Martin Lawrence so much. Okay, even if he has been cloned and replaced, the Martin that was once. Oh man, no one's funnier than Marty Marr. Oh Marty Marr. Hey, good night, MD. You going to bed? I love you, fam. Nat says, good night, y'all guys. And then MD says, I'm back. I thought you were offline. LOL. You did it? Nope, I never went it offline. MD, yeah, no, I was reading comments. So did I get all them comments? Okay, the last comment is Super Sega Ultra. What up, buddy? It says, poor Dave, not only was he gang stalked, he was also cloned as well. Yeah, so if you don't know what he's talking about, that's, I think, the alleged second cousin of Dave Chappelle talked about it a little bit there, but they messed with Dave Chappelle. Like, she can confirm that they sent him threats. They sent him, like, they had Bill Cosby go talk to him and send him letters and stuff. It's messed up, and that's the only, reason I would let everyone know that, that it's all like high school. And the only way I can navigate, with your cliques, how they have in high school, is like the cool kids, the jocks, the heroin addicts, whoever, But the only way I can feel like my hands are clean and I don't have all this filth on me, because that old saying, when hunting monsters, be sure not to turn into one. The only way I can do it is, just try to keep it 100% transparent with you guys, and I treat every single one the same. Okay, the only time I'm just to be honest with you, if there was someone, a celebrity or something, and their like official page came in here and said hi or something, I'm just a poor kid from Oklahoma. I'd probably perk up and be like, oh shit, Ryan Reynolds is in here. What's up, man? Oh my goodness. I'm just I'm not gonna be like, hey man, F you, Ryan, really. But I'm saying, I would definitely do that, because you guys know when my people come in here, MD, Nat, Karma, El Romero, I try to perk up and let you guys know that I'm excited, because it means a lot to see you, talk to you, It's a big deal. So, but as far as the whole thing, what's wrong, Pepper? The whole celebrity thing, I just try to treat them all the same. And it just feels like, I'm not going to say any names, but there's a couple celebrities I reached out to, and they just completely ignored me, okay? So, I try not to be like that with anybody, but on the same token, who am I? I'm not better than whatever that celebrity guy is. So I'm not good at social media, and I'm not out here pretending like I'm just going to message you back. We'll become pen pals. No, I might see it, I might not. Okay, I told everyone. I got 2 channels. I make music. I got a family I got to take care of. So there's a lot of, and so I know your time is precious, just like mine. So I try to keep it real with you. And anyways, let's keep reading comments. What am I talking about? Hey, good night, Fitty Tucker. Diane, hey, there's Diane. Diane Ashdown says, Martin did a movie about the Moors. I wish I could remember the name of the movie. They called him Moore. Yeah, what was that? Yeah, well, oh, that was the medieval movie, The Black Knight. Was that The Black Knight? Yeah, I love Martin in The Black Knight. Marty Ma. You guys remember? What's wrong, Bubba? Pepper is crying, guys. I'm gonna go pretty soon. I'm trying to stay on as long as I can. So we'll go for at least an hour and 45 minutes. If you didn't see the video, it was about a 30-minute video, and it was a compilation of 4 or 5 different videos about Dave Chappelle being a clone, allegedly. So you be the judge. Definitely not trying to bully or harass anyone. Trying to bring you guys information. That was his alleged second cousin. So I'm not claiming anything. You be the judge, okay? And that's the beauty of it. Is in the old days, okay. What's that old thing they say? First they laugh at you, then they respect you, and then they whatever. But in the old days, there was so many tactics. They don't do the same tactics they used to do. But in the old days, they would at least, if they called you a crock or whatever, they would at least acknowledge you, talk about it. And then there's so much stuff going on now that there's things that people... Anyways, I love you guys. What up, Diane? Anyways, Martin did a movie about the Moors. I wish I could remember the name of the movie. They called him Moor. The Moors are the black people that were here when America was discovered. Diane, I definitely wouldn't disagree with you, but as far as I understood it in history, I didn't ever read that they were the supposed black people that were here. Moors is what they used to call, it was a derogatory term for anyone of color. That's what I found out about it. So you could definitely be right, but I'm just telling you that's where my angle comes in. So I definitely know that Moors is a alleged derogatory term. My brother told me all about it when I was a little kid. When we first watched that movie, I was like, "What's a Moor?" And he was like, "Oh, that's what they used to call slaves and people of color." And, oh yeah, Diane, much love to you. Thank you for that great comment. So thank you, Super Sega. Demon Slayer says 14 minutes. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. You give him the crazy look. Okay, buddy. Sure, buddy. I'm just kidding. I love you guys. Oh, thank you, Diane. Yeah, definitely. So much love to Martin. Yeah, if you guys we had a list, oh, I love Martin. He's probably my top ever. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm a big Detroit Pistons fan. And Martin Lawrence got honored by the Pistons because you guys remember his show, Martin? Martin. Anyways, you guys remember his show, Martin? He used to be a big Detroit Pistons fan. So just like a year or two ago, the Pistons brought in Martin Lawrence, and he was in a seat, and they go, "Yo, today's officially Martin Lawrence Day," or something like that. They honored him, Diane. So, oh man, he would probably have to be one of the top. So it's misconstrued. Like I did a video that I was trying to pay tribute to. I think I said to delete it off the channel. I don't know if I did or not, but it was about Chris Cornell. Who his mysterious death, and there's some pictures inside his hotel room. So I made a video about it, and it was all, a tribute, and people were just bombing it, talking about and I didn't even understand, So I apparently, you guys know that. Just let you know that's a person who's not good at this whole internet thing because I mean well, but people get mad. They're like, "Oh, no, that's disrespect. That's not in good taste." What are you talking about? I was the biggest Chris Cornell fan. I'm the biggest Martin fan. I'm the biggest Dave Chappelle fan. Shush, Pepper. Anyways, I gotta go, guys. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. I apologize for Pepper in the background whining. Oh, and Diane says you are right, but it is more to it. Okay, Diane. Much love to you. Carmelise says Dave Chappelle, Dr. Dre, and LL Cool J got the same looking new body. Oh man, isn't it crazy, Karma? That is good. Yeah, and the thing I would say about LL Cool J is he's always looked the same, to be honest with you. Like, he must be having that, what is that, cellular or whatever that Clonaid can do to make you look young forever. But, I mean, I wouldn't say he looks any different, to be honest with you. He maybe looks a little older, LL Cool J. He's always, that's just my opinion, Karma. But you're right, Dave Chappelle and Dr. Dre, their new bodies are like, "I'm from California." They're huge, and I guess they do have the same body as LL Cool J. Just I never seen LL Cool J ever little and skinny. He's always been buff. I remember when I was little, and it was, "Mama said knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out. You remember that, Karma? Yeah, I like LL Cool J personally, but Tupac had a beef with him, so I kind of just that little side of me. I gotta hate him. I gotta hate you, LL Cool J. You know why? Make me hate you. No, you guys. Hey, good night, Diane. I love you so much. You guys have a good one, and I'm gonna probably. You guys want to listen to any kind of song or anything? Okay, no, I'm just gonna go. Pepper's over here freaking out. I don't know what his problem is. I think it's because my daughter went to her room, and sometimes she locks him out because he's a little, he be eating stuff off the floor and doing everything. So he's sad because he can't go in there. I apologize. Much love, Karma. Good night, Diane. I love you. We'll see you later. Yeah, let me show this little clip again, I guess, on the outro. I love you guys. We'll see you later. Pepper, it's okay, buddy. Good night, guys. See you next time. Hey, good night, MD. Love you so much. Thank you, ladies, all ladies and gentlemen. You're the greatest, and I'll be back soon. Please like, share, and subscribe. All that good stuff that all the YouTubers say. And thank you to everyone who checked out the PacLives channel and saw that new video I uploaded about the airplane frozen in the air. That is some crazy stuff. Yeah, all right. I'll talk to you guys. We'll talk more later, okay? And leave a comment if you weren't here live. Let me know, do you think Dave Chappelle was cloned and replaced, or you just think he got super buff when he was 42 years old? And I'm really sorry, guys. My dog's go. I love you. I'll see you later, guys. All right, check this video out. Good night, MD, Diane, Karma. Who else was here? Jay Hawkins, El Romero. So many great people out there. Good night. Pepper says good night. I love you guys. Got this website for Clonaid. I'm going to read you a little bit from it. I really don't know what else proof you need that human cloning is real. Okay, their mission statement: Clonaid is the world's leading provider in human cloning. Besides human cloning, they talk about stem cell research that they do, that they can basically make you young for a really long time with stem cell research, if you read in here. But the thing that caught my attention, I couldn't believe I was reading it, is alright, I think this was written right after Michael Jackson passed. Okay, here it is on the news part. Let's read a little bit here. Okay, the first line says, commending Michael Jackson's pioneer vision of cloning. Alright, so they're basically telling you Michael Jackson knows all about cloning. Okay, let's read some more. After fielding numerous inquiries in the possible cloning of Michael Jackson, Dr. Bridget Bosselier reaffirmed the company's privacy policy. Basically, the rumors are out there that he's been cloned, and she won't say yes officially, but the first line of it is commending Michael Jackson's vision of cloning. So that's pretty much admitting it right there. Okay, let's go on. And on here you read down, it says their main clients are celebrities and people from Hollywood, California. It literally says that. And then as you read further, it just basically says artists are the main ones who use clones. Wow. Yeah, and as you keep looking at the website more and more, they're not hiding anything. It's pretty scary. All right, thank you so much for being here, everybody. I love you. Oh, love you. I always have, always will. Oh, love you. Always have, always will. Good night, MD. I love you, fam. I'll see you all later. Go get a shirt. Let everybody know your spirit. You're from the future or you're an alien drug addict. Good night, guys. I love you.